episode of Friends in Fantasyland, a Disney podcast.
My name's Steve, and am I the only one who thinks sea salt ice cream sounds disgusting?
My name is Brandon, and I practice shadow magic on my friends.
My name's Bill, and I'm the wildest ride in the wilderness.
My name's Matt, and my favorite video game is Kingdom Hearts 3, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Well, we both had Kingdom Hearts jokes. That was good.
Alright, that was good. Alright,
But
and
seriously though, sea salt ice cream sounds disgusting. Why would you want
does.
salty ice cream? And everyone loves it
Wait,
for some reason.
Steve, shut up. There's one more person left.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
and my name's Jenny, and did you know that we got opening dates for Star Wars Land at both Disneyland and Disney World?
Yes, aka the day every nerd's wallet will explode.
Yep.
They are expecting so many guests. They're saying up to 200,000 guests.
There's going to be more.
More. I'm expecting that to be incredibly exceeded. They're going to exceed that limit.
At least 200,004, because my family is thinking of going.
Oh my
Ooh,
goodness.
exciting.
Good luck
Good
getting
luck.
in.
Well,
Have
see,
fun with those lines.
Yeah.
see, this is our plan. We're going to go the end of September because of a few reasons. Because school is back, the kids are gone, they are all non-existent anymore. Parks are cheap, dining plan is free, hotels are cheap.
Getting there would
That's
be
what I'm
cheap.
doing. I'm going in September with my
Nice.
mom on free dining.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Maybe
I
you
will
guys
pull
are
it up-
related.
I will pull it up on the app and show you right now.
Nice.
Yo,
I'm going.
wait, do you have it booked?
Yeah, I've had it booked for like over a year. But
Wait, what date? What dates? Well, don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't say that on the air.
I'm going late September.
We'll compare travel dates
Yeah.
after.
I'm going late September, and we were gonna stay at Art of Animation just for like something new, but when they released the free dining, we canceled that and rebooked at one of the All Stars.
Nice.
I've never been to the Art of Animation.
It's
What's
really
that
nice.
like?
I've only stayed in the Little Mermaid rooms, but that's pretty much all I ever needed. It's really nice. I love the Nemo pool there, the big blue pool, because when you go underwater, it plays music underwater.
Oh yeah.
And
I need to
really
see this.
pretty.
My life was
I need to go
complete when I went underwater and I swam underwater like a mermaid to in the Big Blue World from Finding Nemo the musical at Animal Kingdom, because that is my favorite thing
Yes.
ever.
I do like.
I thought it was going to be part of your world for a minute because I was going to say, hey!
No, they do play that too, but swimming to Big Blue World underneath the water was pretty magical.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
But I also really want to try and stay at the Finding Nemo Suites, but they
They have Finding Nemo sweets? Oh, that's awesome.
It's pretty
Do
sweet.
they have the Finding Nemo sours?
Oh, my lord.
nothing they do would be sour.
Yeah.
But those look really cool, but they're really expensive.
Yeah. I can't imagine them not being.
You know, they weren't even originally going to give dates for Star Wars Land. Bob Iger was just going to tweet, it's open.
Yeah. Everyone would know what he meant.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even need to do promotional work for it. Like, if you notice, there's like no commercials for it.
Nope, not.
Yeah.
It doesn't need the hype.
Okay, first of all,
It's already got a bunch of hype behind it.
it's Disney World and it's Disney. I
Yeah.
don't even have to say Disney World, Disneyland. It's Disney. The fact that they would have to do any sort of... It's not Adventureland. It's not Six Flags. And plus it's Star Wars, so
Yeah.
you know that everybody and their mama and their grandmother and their great-grandmother are going to be going to this park.
Yep, on opening day probably. Well, in Disneyland, it's not even going to be totally open on their opening date. What is it, May 31st or something? First of all, you have to have a reservation to get in.
Oop.
It's not just anyone can walk into it. And one of the rides, like, they have 2 big rides coming for it, but apparently one of the rides is not going to be open for the opening date. So they're having half a land opening, and you have to have a reservation for it.
Wow.
Those poor cast members, they're going to have to be like, did you make your reservation? No? I'm going to get screamed at by you now, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They give you the boot.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Cast members take so much heat, and no one appreciates them
Well, yeah,
enough.
they're in
I
Florida.
appreciate them.
Of course, cast members take a lot of heat. They're in California and Florida.
All right, now that we've made all the bad puns we can make, we're going to move on to our first topic.
Yes.
So today, for our first topic, we're going to be discussing, in everyone's opinion, who is the most courageous princess?
Me.
Disney
Yes.
You
princess.
sure are.
He
We
patted my
spec-
head.
Billiam is beautiful. Billiam Hensworth III.
Hey, listen, I can rock a dress.
You can.
I mean,
can.
no.
Yeah, we'll give you that. We'll give you that.
We know. You still haven't seen me in a dress yet, so...
This is true.
Why don't you explain to them why you were in a dress, Bill?
Well, you see, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, she has a very fantastic dress. And one of our friends had a dress from Belle that I could fit in. And for Halloween, I bought a big ol' hard shell taco suit, a tiny sombrero, and a fake rose. And I put the bell dress on, I put the taco suit on, I put the sombrero on, I put the rose in my mouth, seductively, and I went as Taco Bell.
Arriba!
And it was beautiful.
Yeah,
I can't deny it.
was.
He was the fairest Disney princess of them all that night.
I was stunned.
Didn't we mention this in the first episode too?
Did we?
I don't
I'm pretty,
know.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Well, it deserves to be mentioned every episode.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, we originally were going to have this called the Bravest Princess, but then we're like, wait a minute, that's Merida's movie name. We probably shouldn't do that. So we decided to reword it to Courageous Princess. So now, this is in each of our opinions, who is the most courageous princess? Steve, would you like to start us off?
Sure. So, in my opinion, I think the most courageous Disney princess is Jasmine. Because, you know...
I love her rice.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
What?
my.
What are you talking
Jasmine
about?
Rice?
You guys never heard of that kind of
No.
rice?
No.
Oh, my Lord?
We are not
It's
sponsored.
the most delicious rice ever.
Not
Right,
sponsored.
Brandon?
Oh, my
Anyway.
Lord.
Brandon knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but why did you have to bring that up?
Listen,
Because now he's hungry.
well, we have pizza sitting in front of us.
I'm not
Brandon, would
eating
you-
again.
Wait,
Anyway.
Steve, wouldn't you like some of this delicious DiGiorno pizza?
Not sponsored.
No.
So, anyway, I think Jasmine's the most courageous Disney princess because, you know, most princesses just kind of like they're cooped up in their castle or whatever, and
Like a chicken.
Sure. And Jasmine was like, you know what? No, I want to go out there and like see how the peasants
The
live. I
marketplace.
guess, yeah.
Peasants.
So, I mean, what else would you call them, really?
Fans.
Pheasants.
Pheasants. Anyway, the commoners. How's that?
Okay, that sounds
She
you
wanted to
go.
go out and see how the commoners lived. So she like literally like risked everything, and she knew how dangerous it was outside, and she did almost get like her hand cut off. So she like risked so much just because she wanted more than just
her freedom.
yeah. She wanted her freedom. And I mean, if you don't like, if going out and finding your own freedom isn't courageous, I don't know what is.
No, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
And she was about to get her hand cut off, but then Aladdin
Yeah.
swooped in and saved her, and Aladdin can save me any day.
You and your Aladdin fantasies.
Aladdin's my favorite movie.
I understand that.
For multiple reasons.
I understand. Okay, I stand for that.
And Aladdin on Broadway?
Don't start with me. Genie is my favorite. You're the spirit animal on Broadway. I swear to Christ that if I ever beat him in person, I will have a heart attack.
same joke.
Brandon, I would love to see you play the genie on Broadway.
Honestly, my mom said the same exact thing. Although that's not saying much, but then again,
You could
I'm-
pull it off perfectly.
Yeah.
yeah, I
You
did.
would
I
do
just,
really well.
I'm just very energetic when it comes to that type of stuff. Oh.
Speaking of the genie, Jenny, what are your thoughts on Will Smith?
I was really nervous at first. I was never really a huge Will Smith fan. And then the first photos got leaked, and you know, that mini teaser trailer, and I was not happy.
You know, his
But then-
name is a question. Will
Will
Smith?
Smith?
Will Smith?
Will Smith be good as the genie? I don't know, because, you know, that first teaser had me worried. But it's not the fact that Will Smith looked bad as the genie. It was the CGI
Yeah.
looked bad for the genie.
Yeah.
But now that we just got that new trailer, like the
Yeah.
full-length trailer released, it looks freaking good.
Yeah,
It does.
it looks
got
pretty
me
good.
excited.
It looks pretty good.
I'm excited to see it.
I didn't see it.
It's
Oh,
really good.
no.
pretty good.
Watch it
For
when you get the
shame.
chance.
Shame.
After we finish this episode, we're showing it to you.
Please,
It's pretty
we
good.
need to. It's
And, like,
really,
Them singing A Whole New World at the end.
Yeah.
And then they kept in the iconic, iconic. Here we go
Hey,
again.
that's the first one this episode.
Yeah.
You're fine.
that's one thing.
They kept in the amazing line of "Do you trust me?" Because that to me is what the line of Aladdin. So I'm very happy from what I've seen so far. I think Will Smith has on like social media been not playing the role, but like acting really respectfully of the role. Like he posted recently that I really like the post he made tributing
Robin Williams.
to Robin Williams. You know, genies don't have feet, but you left big shoes to fill. And I thought that was
Aw.
so sweet.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Will Smith is just a respectable person in general.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
humble.
Yeah, the recent trailer has really turned my views around for the movie, and I'm really excited for it now.
Hey.
Brandon, who's your most courageous princess?
Well, mine is not from Aladdin, thank the Lord, because I think there's someone who's actually even more courageous. Princess Tiana.
Ooh.
All right, go on.
Let's put it this way. Princess Tiana has to go through a lot of stuff just to get the restaurant she wants. She has to go ahead, work these ridiculous hours for a low-paying job, save up tips in order to do get the restaurant she wants, and then out of nowhere, a frog comes out of the works, and then she kisses him to turn him back into a prince, and then it had the reverse effect. And now you basically have all these animals, the Shadow Man himself, and all these magical shadows trying to go after them. Now, I'm not saying that Jasmine didn't do much, but Tiana, I feel like, did way more and was in more danger because she was turned into a frog.
Yeah, that's a good point. And she literally had spirits from the other side trying to come after her.
Oh, I just cut your reference at the beginning. I was so confused at first, and then once you mentioned the Shadow Man, I'm like, oh!
There we go.
Being a frog is dangerous.
Just ask Pascal.
Pascal is not a frog, and I am not discussing this right now because I am not getting back into this.
Because, and let's not
Didn't
forget.
we discuss this last episode?
No, we discussed it at dinner.
And let's not forget their most notorious predator. French people.
Oh, frogs? Oh, because
frog legs.
Frog legs
yeah.
is a delicacy.
That's
What
true.
what if instead of a rat, Ratatouille was a frog?
His name is not Ratatouille! It's Remy!
Oh, jeez, you're right.
I will agree with you, Brandon. I do like Tiana a lot, because a lot of the princesses all dream of marrying their Prince Charming and becoming a princess, but all Tiana wants is to run her dad's restaurant.
And she didn't think she was going to become a princess. Heck,
No, it wasn't in her plan at all.
Jasmine was already a princess. She didn't care.
I'm just... I was trying to open the Pepsi bottle as quietly as possible.
Steve and I were just giving each other eyes as he was defusing a bomb.
Oh, God.
Careful, Stephen, careful! Careful, Stephen, careful!
All right.
What were we talking about?
Courageous princesses.
Yeah.
Bill, what's yours?
Mulan.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Go on.
Hey, Milan.
Well, I have an interesting factoid here. Mulan is based on a real life legend of a Chinese warrior called, and don't hate me for the mispronunciation, Hua Mulan. Ancient Chinese legend, which the movie is based on, almost to a T. It's a ballad, a story of a ballad of this woman in the year 420. This woman disguised as a man takes her aged father's place in the army, and she ended up fighting for 12 years and gained a lot of high merits, but she refused any reward and retired to her hometown. Which, if I recall correctly, is kind of like how the movie plays out, right?
Wait.
Yeah, except in the movie
it's way less than 12 years.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think
like
1
90
year.
minutes.
I don't even think it's like a full year's time, but
What
she's
war
also,
takes 90 minutes?
Yeah, right. But she's also found out that she's a woman, which I don't think the actual Mulan was.
I think you're right,
Yeah, that's probably the big difference.
She probably would have been executed in real life if they
They went to do it in the movie.
Yeah. The Emperor gave respect to her. That's
love
impressive.
You don't meet a girl like that every dynasty. Emperor's New Groove. Cusco's my favorite Disney princess. All right, Matt, who do you got?
Okay, well, Mulan was on, she was top of the list, but
Fun fact, if I was ever going to buy a cow, that's what I would name the cow.
Mulan.
Mulan.
You also made that
this joke the first
joke
episode.
But anyway, Mulan was top of my list, but I thought more about it, and I really thought the most courageous princess was Anna. Because
Explain.
Steve's given me a very confusing look, but let me explain.
I find Anna incredibly annoying.
No, trust me, I can see, where you're getting that. Her character can be a little, far-fetched sometimes, but her bravery is unmatched, because I'm going to start from the very beginning where, she takes off Elsa's glove, and Elsa freezes everything and runs away. And Anna right away claims responsibility for it and goes after her alone in the cold. And then she meets Kristoff. And Kristoff...
Listen, side note, one of the best songs ever. I love the duet that they do, Anna and Kristoff.
That they don't do.
They
a
don't
duet.
do it. It's
Anna and Hans.
Anna and Hans. Love is an open door.
Yeah,
It's Hans.
Yeah.
That's the
The oth-
villain.
Yeah.
Plot
The
twist.
other love
I mean,
interest.
Hans
he-
is the bad guy.
But
I mean, the surprise villain that honestly was a surprise, but not for a good reason.
yeah.
I was gonna say, if you said everyone saw coming, I was gonna
No,
fight
no,
you.
I did
no
not see
one
it
saw
coming.
that
No one saw
coming.
it because
The
there was
surprise villain everyone saw coming was the villain of Big Hero 6.
I don't get it. I still don't know who the
no...
villain
Kind of,
is.
yeah. Kind of.
You don't know.
No,
the-
I know who the villain is, but like, I get the two characters confused because I was very confused
He's
first
the
watching it. They
professor.
look very similar.
He's the professor.
not.
to- they
He's
do
the
to me.
professor.
But anyway, back to Anna. She
Actually,
meets
the real surprise villain who everyone saw coming was Screenslaver.
yeah,
Yes.
Incredibles
Yeah.
2.
If you didn't know who that was the first minute she appeared on the screen, you're wrong.
But so back to Anna. She meets Kristoff then, and she, they
Does she
go
also
on this
meet Kriston?
Yes, Bill. she
Let the
meets
man
Kristoff.
talk.
She
I'm
she goes.
sorry, man.
And while they're, making their way up the mountain, they, they get followed by wolves, and she's like, all right, Sven, we gotta go, and Kristoff's like, no, I tell him what to do. Anna literally takes the reins from him and makes him jump off the cliff, and which Kristoff doesn't make, and she saves him. Next, they after several minutes later, because they meet Olaf sings his song, but they make their way up to the mountain and they meet Elsa for the first time. And
Forever.
I was gonna make that joke later. And
Welcome to
Elsa-
Friends in Fantasyland, where friends steal each other's jokes.
Elsa, Anna goes in there alone. She has no idea what Elsa's capable of because it's been hidden from her entire life until now. And then, Elsa freezes her heart, so she goes. It's a long
Which,
journey
in
home.
all honesty,
but-
should have killed her. Like, if you get an icicle through the heart, that's just gonna impale you.
Well, I don't think it went through
wasn't
her
really
heart.
a-
It
It
was,
was-
ice magic
Yeah.
that
Oh,
was
okay,
absorbed into
fair.
her heart.
It wasn't a
it
solid
looked like
icicle.
an icicle to me.
Think of it just like
'Cause also-
Fairy Godmother's magic. It goes to you, but it doesn't.
Okay.
And it dissipates
Okay.
Yeah.
when it makes contact. But an effect happens.
Elsa's magic relies heavily on her emotions, and it's plainly obvious in the movie through the colors, through the symbolism. So I guess it just kind of absorbs into
Right.
Anna,
I
Yeah.
guess.
something like that.
So
Yeah, the only character who gets impaled in that movie is Olaf.
yeah.
I don't have a skull or bones.
So not Olaf. Oh my God. So Anna.
Olaf is the most courageous Disney princess.
So Anna eventually gets home and to get the true love's kiss to thaw the frozen heart, and obviously she doesn't get it because, like we discussed, Hans is the bad guy, and but even as she's in that room dying, she's trying to get out and save Elsa. She's trying to save Arendelle, and eventually they get out, and Anna is running to find Kristoff now at this point because that's going to be true love's act of kindness to thaw the frozen heart. But she's very weak. She's moving very slow, and she sees, just as far away as she is from Kristoff, Elsa is about to be killed by Hans, and she picks up the pace and runs as fast as she can, as weak as she is, and gives her life for her sister. And pretty much my whole point is, there's not a single moment in this movie where Anna gives up. She's always driving towards Elsa. She wants to save Elsa. She wants to save Arendelle.
Even before you started your argument, I mean not you beginning, I mean in the movie beginning, you started at the ball or the coronation ball. Even her Anna's entire life up to that, you see her knocking on Elsa's door every day.
Yeah.
Do you want to build a snowman yet?
I see where you're coming from, but me personally, I wouldn't use courageous as the word. I would say more determined.
I would also say that was more her wanting to just save the last piece of family she has.
Yeah.
But she's courageous.
No, I'll give
I'm
you
not-
that, but
I'm not
I just
saying that
I
she's not
think
brave and
more-
courageous, but I see that as more like really determined to keep the last family member she has left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
see it more as determination.
You could also argue that Anna just felt bad and she wanted to make her mistake
I'm not
right.
even gonna go there because we can go through that whole entire circle and then we can make her feel bad. But we're not here to do that.
We're here to lift our princesses up.
Put them down, Matt. Don't do that.
You're right, they belong on the ground.
All right, well, I'm here to tell you that the most courageous princess is Belle.
She was also up high on my list, not gonna lie.
Because she's not afraid to be herself, and to me that's courageous. To be the only one in the village that's the odd one out. Everyone knows that she's the odd one out. She knows it, the town knows it, her father knows it, but she never gives into it. She sticks to who she is, and I think that's the most courageous thing you could do. To stay true to yourself even when everyone else is telling you to conform and be like us. It's specifically known that if you notice in the opening scene when they're singing, or not, I guess it's not the opening scene, but the first scene where it's the whole town and Belle, she's the only one to be wearing blue. No one else in the village wears blue. So that's how much she stands out from the crowd.
I didn't know that.
And then as soon as she gets word that her father may be in trouble, doesn't come, the horse, what's
Felipe.
Felipe, thank you, comes home without her father, she, without a doubt, rushes off to save him, finds him in this haunting castle, literally enchanted, literally so dark and so gloomy, but still rushes in there, no questions asked, and without hesitation gives up her freedom to save her father. So her father can go free, and she could stay here, filled with, a beast, enchanted objects, who knows what else. And she still never gives up. Even when she starts to get a little comfortable in the castle and the beast scares her off from the West Wing, she runs out of the castle by herself into a pack of wolves. And she tries to stand up for herself. Unfortunately the wolves are more powerful than her, so she gets attacked and the beast has to save her. But, to go against the town, the man of the village that everyone is obsessed with, repeatedly turn him down for marriage and refusing to give up, I think is just the most courageous.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely up there.
I mean,
Also,
I don't know.
turn down Gaston. I would turn down Gaston, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, if
Gaston's kind of a jerk.
How just
kind of a
That's
jerk,
just
he
that
says.
he's not that good looking.
How can you turn down a man who eats 4 dozen eggs a day?
No.
How can you turn down a lad who eats Wait, never mind.
You messed the joke up.
Want to do a take 2 of that joke?
No, I'm not even gonna try.
Okay then.
When I was a lad, I ate 5 dozen lads.
No, he ate 4 dozen.
When he was a lad, he ate 4 dozen eggs
Now he eats 5.
Now he eats
to help
5.
him get large.
Listen, can we
Like
talk
a
about
barge.
the linear progression of eggs? I would assume that, each year he increases his egg consumption by
Yeah,
a
what
dozen.
year did he make the jump from 4 to 5?
Yeah, is it puberty? Is it,
That is a good question.
I guess so.
We have to ask Disney.
I guess once he got as large as a barge, he started eating 5.
Wait, is that a lie?
Yes.
Maybe it was 1 egg per 12 years, and then over 12 years.
Matt's got
Matt
his calculator
did math.
out.
Fun fact, 4 dozen eggs is 3,456 calories.
Oh my god!
So he's consuming that many eggs every day.
How is he that fit?
A lot of
Wait a minute.
calisthenics.
Wait, what math did you do?
I looked up
Calories.
how many calories are in an egg.
Oh,
a
calories.
Yeah.
A single egg is 72 calories, which is 17 in the whites and 55 in the yolks. So 4 times 12 is 48.
Right.
So
Okay.
72 times 48 brings us to 3,456.
That's insane.
That's a lot
Gaston
of
should
egg.
not be as physically fit as he is.
If he's doing that 7 times a week, that's 24,192
he
calories.
should be dead.
He really has to watch his calorie intake
high.
better.
Yeah, his
Whoa.
cholesterol's probably through the roof.
And also, let's not forget, he probably eats those eggs with salt and pepper.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So now, not only are we worrying about his calories, we're also worrying about his sodium intake.
Yeah.
Someone get this man a doctor.
Although I gotta admit, the most impressive thing he can do is continue to say the word large as eggs are being shoved down his throat.
We should try that on an episode. No.
That
All
takes
right, Matt,
real
open up.
talent. That takes some real talent right there.
We got our top 5 scariest Disney villains.
Starting at 5, correct?
Starting at your number
Yes.
5.
All right, I'm ready. Actually, I'm not. I gotta find the list from last week because I
All
didn't
right,
lose
well,
it.
let's start with Steve then.
Okay.
Your number 5.
My number 5 is Jafar. Jafar is... You see, when I think of scary Disney villains, it's hard because there aren't that many, like, really scary things about... I mean, there are a couple of Disney villains that are, like, scary in, like, the appearance, and I'll get to that later on. But, like, Jafar is scary because of just how intimidating and threatening he is. You know,
Yeah.
like, here's a guy who, like, manipulates everyone around him to get what he wants, and then, like, once he... But, like, even then, it's like, once one thing fails, like getting the lamp, he tries something else.
He's
And-
always got a plan B.
Yeah,
C,
he's
D.
always got a plan B, so he never gives up. And like, on top of that, you know, like, the things that he does in the movie, you know, he's threatening to kill Aladdin and Jasmine and the Sultan, and, like, all the while becoming, like, this powerful sorcerer. And, come on, that evil laugh is terrifying. You can't tell me it's
He
not.
does have a
Also
good
known as
laugh.
Jonathan
He has a
Freeman.
Also,
horrifying evil
none
laugh.
of the people in the whole entire like village or town is none the wiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is all happening behind the scenes. They don't know anything.
He knows how to hide his schemes,
Yeah.
and he knows how to make sure
It's-
that no one knows.
It's
Yeah.
literally just him and Yago who know what's
Exactly.
going on.
Exactly. No, not even like the guards know.
Yeah.
And they're inside the palace.
Working for him.
Exactly.
They don't even know the true reasons they're working for him. That's why Jafar's my number 5 as well, too. I think everything Steve said, you know, plus, not only was he trying to kill multiple people and take over Agrabah, he was trying to seduce Jasmine, and
I didn't even... You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
he's very old and creepy, and Jasmine is young and...
Jasmine will marry
Young
me.
and
Jasmine
also
will...
a
But you're
teeny-
so old.
That was always creepy, you know?
Yeah.
That's very
But
creepy,
then,
actually.
you know, he almost kills her by trapping her in the hourglass
Yeah,
and burying
that's
her in
right.
sand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's definitely one of my scariest villains. He's number 5 on my list.
He's also
Well-
number 5 on my list.
Why are you people? See, I have him on the list too, but I have him as number 4.
Oh.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Who's your
So-
number? Oh, sorry.
What were you saying with... What would you like to add with Jafar as your number 5?
Oh, nothing.
No?
All right.
We said all the
What's
points?
your number 5, Brandon?
Evil Queen.
Evil Queen.
Oh, okay, that's pretty
She
good.
Let me tell
sure
you
is
something.
evil.
Let me tell you something.
She's
There's
also a
nothing
queen.
that honestly makes me more worried about a villain when she's able to get angry and try to kill a person over something very petty as you being more beautiful than her.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Wow,
That
you-
is the one thing that honestly scares the crap. If you were to get mad at me because, let's say, I'm taller than you, and then you want to honestly go ahead and kill me,
Yeah,
Because of that, yeah.
yeah.
Send a hunter after your heart.
send a hunter
Yeah.
after your heart, then disguise yourself as a old hag. Feed her a poison apple.
Yeah. Not to mention that scene of her laughing as she's going, like, under the floorboard. And
That's
Yeah.
so creepy.
yeah, it's very
Yes.
creepy. Yeah.
And oh my! As a kid, I looked at her and said, if she was ever my mother, I'd run away. And then, even if I ran away, she'd probably still come after me. Send my own
She sent the
dog
hunter after you?
She'd send my own dog after me. Because I called her a little bit unfair.
Yeah.
The
No,
old-
I'll agree with you on that one. She's pretty creepy.
And the old hag in Phantasmic is creepy, over the cauldron, and then just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my,
Yeah,
so
it's
creepy.
done really well.
Now imagine that being your own mother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
that's
Evil Queen, everybody.
Yep.
I give you that
Evil
one.
Queen, Snow White's mother?
Stepmother.
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 Stepmother,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I've seen Snow White like once.
I did not know that.
Stepmother.
Not real
Okay,
mother,
wow.
stepmother, but still, same thing. This is a person that's supposed to take care of you. But it's even worse is the fact that she is the stepmother.
Yeah.
I would never be able to come back from that. No.
Most of the time you see like the stepmothers in shows like being wanting to get to be with the child and wanting to get to know with the child and be friends with the child because the child hates them. Not this one.
Other way around.
This one wants to destroy the child because a mirror told her that the most fairest of them all
stupid.
is her stepdaughter.
And when the
I did know that she was her stepmother. Because once upon a time.
Oh, yeah. And when the hunter brings back a different heart, I think he brings back like a pig's heart or something to
Yeah.
the evil queen.
Yep.
He has her killed, or he has him killed.
She has him killed. Yeah.
Yep.
All because he didn't feel right killing an innocent young girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
She
Which,
was like 14 too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Yep.
young. So, Matt, who's your number 5 scariest villain?
My number 5 is Maleficent
Ooh, good one.
because she a dragon.
That's it. Moving on.
No, but her motives,
Reagan.
her
She's a dragon, and dragons are scary.
her motives are fueled by her just not being invited to a birthday party.
Petty.
She's so petty.
So she poisons this girl with the thread on the
Hey,
Thimble.
Matt,
on the
maybe
thimble. Yeah.
maybe it's just a really good birthday party. You know,
Hey, you know
there
they,
could have been a clown, a
No, but
bouncy
bouncing
house.
up what Matt said,
Maleficent shows up. Why wasn't I invited?
Bouncing up what
Well,
Matt's-
sorry, we kind of don't like you.
bouncing
You know what? I guess
off of
that's
what
fair.
Matt said.
You brought
See
cake.
what I mean? See what I mean by petty people are scary?
Yeah.
Maleficent's my number 4, you know? Not speaking about the live action movie, strictly on the animated good one.
Yeah.
She literally decided to have this girl live 18 years and then die, all because she wasn't invited to her birthday party.
On her 18th birthday, she will die.
Yep.
Dead.
Yeah, and then she can turn into a really scary dragon.
And she's the main Disney antagonist in Kingdom Hearts.
You know, between
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, Phantasmic is scary with her. And then in Festival of Fantasy Parade, she accidentally lit herself on fire one time. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Maleficent's definitely my number 4 scariest villain.
and you know, motives and like appearance aside, she's very intimidating just
Yeah.
in her like
Yeah.
The
mannerisms.
way she speaks.
Yes, her dialect
Yeah.
specifically is
Yeah.
very creepy, very dictating.
Maleficent and Lady Tremaine, which is the stepmother from Cinderella, are voiced by the same person.
Hey,
Oh, I didn't
nice.
know that.
I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
My-
The
You're
funny thing
mentioning
is,
that.
Maleficent's my number 3.
Ooh,
Well, my number 4 is Scar.
that low on the list?
Really?
You'll see why.
Wow.
You'll see why. You'll see
You
why.
got some tricks hidden up
Yeah.
your sleeve.
So
there?
Scar, first of all, he's a lion. That alone.
Yeah.
If you see a lion with a scar in his face coming after you, you run.
Yeah.
All right.
He's also never gonna tell the truth.
Yeah. That's wait.
It's a pun, but you're not wrong.
Lion. I'm changing my answer. Bill is the scariest Disney villain. No, all right. So like, here's a guy who's like, he's another petty character who like, all right, well, I want to be king, so let me murder my brother and nephew to do so.
Being king is not petty. Killing someone over beautiful.
Well, he wanted to be king and he
No.
wasn't.
No, it's
That's
petty.
not
He's
petty.
That's
he's
not
petty that he wasn't
petty.
king.
He's petty because he wants to kill his own brother because his brother became king over him.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
Well,
It's not even
Fair.
that
Petty jealousy.
it's not even that he became king over him, like there was a vote. That's literally how lineage works. It's
No, I
the
know,
first
it's the
born.
oldest. It's the
Yeah.
oldest. And if it's a girl, it goes to the first son.
Well,
Yeah.
look, I mean, to be fair, in Scar's defense, if your real name was translated meant garbage, you'd hate yourself too.
Yes. His Swahili name is Taka.
Which means garbage. So anyway,
That's sad.
so he arranged, not only did he arrange to have his brother and nephew killed, he arranged with the lion's mortal enemies, the hyenas,
Yeah.
and pretty much led them, and he did it. I mean, we know Simba survived, but at the same time, he succeeded. He became king.
Oh, yeah,
and
there's-
what happened when he became king? The entire land was destroyed,
Savannah
devastated.
is done.
And like
Yeah.
that time skip is probably like a good 3 years.
Yeah.
No.
everyone-
Way more than 3.
Well, yeah, considering Simba was a kid and he's a full-grown adult.
Yeah, but when you put it into like real life perspective, how long does it take for a cub lion to become a big lion?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, while
You
you
do
do
that.
that.
Yeah, like, and even afterwards, like, you could even tell, and I never noticed this before until I rewatched it. The inside of Pride Rock when Scar is king, so much closer, I guess, more closely resembles the Elephant Graveyard than it does Pride Rock.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has like more of a
Say
British
that
glow
again,
to it.
Yeah,
sorry.
it has that same kind of lighting. There's like skulls everywhere.
Oh, when Scar's
Yeah,
kingdom.
when
Yeah,
Scar's-
yeah.
Okay. And
It's How long do lions live, Matt?
Not do they live, like when
Right.
they become like adults,
Right.
they're 7 years old. So probably a good like 5 years then.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
I'll
Okay,
say
yeah,
5.
okay. Either way, you know, Scar, like he's one of the few Disney villains who succeeded. You
He
know,
make this.
and he did it, and you know, he's.
I'm really curious to see your top 3
Oh, you'll
that
see.
put Scar.
You'll see.
At 4.
Who did it in top 4?
Lightning McQueen, Mater.
Because just because just because someone succeeds doesn't make them more scary than other people.
True.
And you'll see.
Okay, that's fair.
You'll see where I'm going with that when we continue.
Although that will never be true when it comes to Kafka.
You know, in a way, Scar's kind of like Kefka because he succeeded
Yeah.
in destroying the world.
Yeah.
Kefka's the villain from Final Fantasy VI. He's
Oh.
succeeded in his evil plan,
He
and so
destroyed
did
the whole
Scar.
entire world.
Yeah. So Brandon, you said your number 4 was Jafar, right?
Yep, and it's for honestly the same reasons as you guys said. And also the fact that, as I said, behind the scenes has the whole entire security detail working under him. They know nothing of anything.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that know are Jafar and Iago. And Iago's not going to turn on him, and wasn't going to turn on him anytime soon.
Oh, no.
In
Iago-
the first
did.
movie, anyways.
Yeah.
In the first movie.
In the first movie, Iago's super loyal to
Yeah.
Jafar.
And the second movie's trash anyway, so we don't
Yeah.
talk about the second one.
yeah.
Jeez.
Third one's pretty good though.
I like the third one a lot, actually.
Yeah, I like the third one. Anyways, Bill, you're number 4.
My number 4 is Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Good
That's a good
choice.
one.
Good choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why's that?
You know, I haven't seen a lot of Disney movies.
You've never seen The Little Mermaid?
Did you just
Wait, did-
look up Disney villains and pick and choose?
Didn't we watch The Little Mermaid in Disney?
We did, yes.
sure we did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, no, we watched the second one. I don't think we
Watched
ever
the
watched
first
the
one?
first one.
No, we watched the second one for
The
sequel month.
But didn't we watch the first one too?
No.
Yeah, we
Well-
never watched the first one.
Sad.
Well,
Wait, guys, real talk. Can we make a Disney Club again where we watch a Disney movie every week, preferably before the podcast recording, please?
Okay.
Sure.
We can try.
Alright, fine.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about doing that for one of the episodes, but we're not going to discuss future plans on this episode. No.
Top secret.
But yeah, Ursula is pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
When,
Yeah,
when
she
we get
is.
to number
She-
2, when we get to number 2, I'll tell you everything.
All right, Brandon.
Okay,
will,
sure.
Brandon will make the argument.
we're spoiling Brandon's entire list.
You are, but you're never gonna. I don't know if you're gonna guess my number 1.
All right.
All right.
Well, you see, basically, me saying Ursula is kind of like the trailer for Brandon's explanation, so...
Coming soon to a
Coming
Brandon
soon.
near you.
Coming soon to a Brandon near you, Ursula explained.
Ursula explodes.
Oh
I mean,
no!
I mean, she does.
yeah.
Spoiler alert, because apparently Bill's never seen The Little Mermaid.
The movie came out in like '89. Come on.
Spoiler
it was
alerts,
like-
come on.
Oh shoot! What
I think
Yeah,
it was
it was
87.
It was 89 because
89.
me and my teacher at my job, we literally were talking about it, and he said, "I think you came out in '89," and we
Yep.
looked it up.
Okay.
I,
89.
I stand
Speak-
corrected. Anyways, Matt, you're number 4.
Well, speaking of The Little Mermaid, did you guys know that there was a TV show, The Little Mermaid?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't actually.
There was
Yeah,
a
it
show
was
of
really
a lot
good.
of Disney shows.
It was cute.
I knew there was an Aladdin and Hercules one. I didn't know there was a Little Mermaid one too.
There was Emperor's New
Emperor's New School.
Yeah.
Emperor's New School.
Oh, that was a good
That
one.
was
That sucked.
that was interesting.
The Lilo and Stitch one.
Lilo and Stitch was such a good show.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I made sure to be home at 4:03 Central as the Disney Channel closed. Every day for this show, especially on Mondays, because that's when new episodes drop.
Matt, do you
So
know
Matt, you
that
want
when they...
since you're on such a roll here talking, why don't you talk about your favorite?
Sure,
your
my
fourth-
number 4 villain is Gantu. No, I'm just kidding. my number 4 Disney villain is Mother Gothel.
Okay. Yeah.
She.
Yeah.
All right. Mother Gothel may give off this very sweet, presence to everyone she tries to fool, but in reality, she's this cunning woman who kidnapped a baby.
Yeah.
A
Matt,
one-day old
She
baby.
stole a baby.
You don't just
kidnapped
kidnap babies?
Bill.
Only on days where I'm very free. I have a really tight schedule. But she kidnaps a baby for her magical hair to keep her alive, and it works for years. And Rapunzel, over the years, when Rapunzel's none the wiser. She just assumes Mother Gothel's her mom because that's who she's been raised by, and that she's protective because she loves her, but she only wants her for her magical hair. And when Mother Gothel shows affection to Rapunzel in the movie, she only touches and kisses her hairline.
Yeah, yeah, I've
Does
noticed
not touch Rapunzel anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And she just uses Rapunzel to stay alive forever and will do whatever it takes to keep Rapunzel at her disposal.
What's up with her hair?
Who,
Rapunzel's
Rapunzel?
Yeah.
that. We just
It was-
explained it.
it was-
It keeps her alive.
It was...
What?
It keeps people alive because it's
What
magical.
happened was
there's
she was
a
going to die
magical
as a child.
flower.
What happened was he was going to die as a child. So what they did was they found a magical flower.
No,
so
her mother was dying
Yeah,
giving
her
birth
mother
to
was
her.
dying because they were going to, while she was going to give birth. So the king went out to go find a magical flower that was said to heal and bring people back to life. Well, bring back the life energy to them.
Huh.
They made a tea or soup. What was it?
Soup.
I think
Soup.
it was
It was soup.
Yeah, I knew it was something that they drank. They made a soup out of it, and then the magical powers. The queen drank the magical powers, and the magical powers went from
The
the
flower.
queen
Yeah.
to Rapunzel.
Yeah.
And when she was born with golden hair.
And the hair had healing powers, and which apparently kept you from aging as well, if used the spell
Yeah.
on yourself.
Speaking of hair, Jenny, have you ever gotten your hair cut on Main Street in Magic Kingdom?
You can do that, can
Yeah.
you? Oh, that's awesome.
Interesting.
I haven't, but I want to.
My sister, when we went, like, when we were both young, she got her hair cut there, and they do pixie dust on your hair. With
Yeah, I
sprinkles.
love getting pixie dusted.
Oh, that's cute.
You can get pixie dusted at like some of the other like small shops. I got pixie dusted in I forgot the name of it. It's right behind the castle, right next to Mickey's PhilharMagic.
What is
I
pixie
never knew that
dusting?
could
Is it
happen.
Pixie
like just
dusted?
literally blowing pixie dust on you?
They
or-
the cast members take like a little wand that's covered in glitter and like sprinkle it over your head and
Oh,
say
that's so
like the
cute.
magic words
That's
or
awesome.
whatever. And it's
Bibbidi
really
bobbidi boop.
something like that. It's really cute.
You
though.
are pixie.
You are pixie dusted. And then it takes 8 showers to get it out of your hair.
Oh my
Oh
god.
boy, that doesn't surprise
Well,
me. Glitter's
luckily I don't
messy.
have as
Yeah.
much hair as you guys.
It's so worth it though. It's so pretty. It's so cute. Oh,
But yeah, Mother Gothel, definitely manipulative and very usy, and definitely deserves a spot on my list.
you know, Matt. For those same reasons, Mother Gothel is my number 3. You know, all those reasons you just said. You know, with most villains, it's pretty obvious they're villains, but with Gothel, it's not so obvious. Especially to our hero, like you said, she grows up thinking it's her own mother, even though to Rapunzel, it's, you know, that's all she knows, that's her mother. But when you really look at it, you know, they purposely designed Mother's Gothel dress to be from a long time ago. I forgot the exact, like, you know, time, but it's supposed to show that she's from a much older time than currently.
It might be Victorian or something.
I'm not sure on the correct term. I don't want to use the wrong term, but and you know, especially her song, her villain song. It's not this dark, brooding, be prepared or hellfire. It's this
Yeah.
lighthearted, you know, bouncy
You're
song.
right, and the way that she sings it too is just like mother.
Yeah, like that
Yeah.
that like
Best.
that whole like
I'm
little
just
like
just little chirpy, and I'm just
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
she's not
Like it's
really
cheerful, and
And
I'm
like
here to
that-
support you, and you know, it's because I know best that I want you to stay safe and stay here forever, so I can use your powers.
And
Yeah.
then the
Oh,
ending,
jeez.
and then at the end, I think they do like a little reprise, and that's
Do
when
they?
Right when. Oh, it's
when
it's
is
not
it?
like in the end, but it's in like the middle.
It's like when she goes into the bar. I think.
No, not in the bar.
No.
It's right after Rapunzel tells Flynn or Eugene that, you know, my hair is magic, and then Mother Gothel meets up with her and gives her the crown and says, "Go ahead, give her the crown. Watch, he'll run away." And that is like, that's a little more dark and brooding, but even then, it's still
it's
like,
still not as dark and brooding as a Hellfire.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Be
still
prepared.
go ahead, watch this man messed up, and you'll come running back to
Now,
your
it-
mother.
It was more like you're going to see what I told you was right,
Yep.
and then you're gonna come crying back.
And then
And-
Mother Gothel is setting it up that the Stabbington brothers are, you know, taking
that their
Flynn.
name?
Yeah,
I never knew that.
are taking Flynn away, so it looks like Mother Gothel's telling the truth, even though, you know, she's
She
setting everything up from.
It just proves her point even more, though, to Rapunzel, that she's always been there to protect her.
Yeah.
Yeah, always there, always watching. You know,
Always manipulative.
I'm always watching.
That's Pixar.
She's emotionally abusive. You know, I don't think she'd ever be physically abusive, but you never know in those
She
18 years.
stabbed Flynn.
All right, that's,
But here's the thing.
that's true. She stabbed the
But
prince.
here's the thing. If you were to not know any the wiser that she was the villain, you would just think of that as her protecting her daughter.
Yeah.
If you missed the first 5 minutes of the movie and then walked in, you'd just be like, oh, that's her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's why she's my number 3. Steve, I'm sure you have a different number
I
3.
do. My number 3, and I want us to surprise nobody said this yet, and I assume people will probably say it later on. Maybe. Hopefully, I don't know. Frollo. That man
Yeah.
is wicked scary.
I thought he would have been higher up on your
Because
list too.
you'll see why not. So, Frollo is the kind of guy who, like, you know, sometimes, like, some people are, like, plotting evil things, or, like, you know, Scar's plotting to kill his brother and nephew and become king. You know, Mother Gothel's planning to, you know, keep her daughter, in quotes, daughter, for herself for magical powers. Frollo's plotting genocide. Okay? Frollo
right.
is plotting genocide of the gypsies. And on top of that, he's plotting genocide of the gypsies, will do whatever it takes to kill them because they are a stain on the world as he sees it, except for one of them, who he wants to do things to.
Keep it family friendly.
I know, I didn't say anything.
Make love.
Sure, I wouldn't call it love, but alright.
Yeah,
Make Frollo too.
Make Frollo.
Sure. But, like, he sings a whole song, Hellfire, about it, and, like, the scariest thing about everything he does, like, you know, he keeps Quasimodo locked away, and, like, again, kind of the same situation as Mother Gothel, where he pretends to protect him, but not really, because he's like, you're a freak, people can't see you. But, like, pretends to protect him, like, that kind of thing.
But the thing is, Quasimodo does kind of see through it.
No, he does, yes. But, like, but I'm saying, like, he keeps Quasimodo locked up in a bell tower.
Yeah.
He plans genocide, thinks about naughty things about this one girl, and he's a man of God.
That's exactly what I was waiting for.
That's horrifying.
That's exactly what I was waiting
That's
for.
so horrifying.
Yeah.
And, oh,
He's supposed to represent goodness and
Yes.
pureness, and
he's a
He's
monster.
wicked.
Yeah. So
But
that's why
yeah.
Frollo's my number 3.
He's definitely on my list, but I'm saving him for higher up for those exact reasons.
Yeah, me too.
He's not on
Yeah.
my list.
He's not. Wow.
Right.
Damn,
How-
Damden.
I'm telling you, like, here's the thing. When it comes to that, people like that don't scare me as much. Yes, they do those terrible things, but as I said, it's the little... When people get upset over the little things that kind of scare the crap out of me.
So who's next on your list?
You already know, it's Maleficent.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you know this.
But
Okay.
why? Because I don't know if my reasons were as good.
no, they basically...
Jenny's were good. Mine's
They basically were, again, petty because she wasn't invited to a birthday party, literally made it so that way a thimble will... I don't know how you can actually get... Well, again, magic. But a thimble, one of the most random things that you would not think about. It's like, oh, well, I pricked my finger...
Yeah.
Was it a thimble or was it like a spinning wheel or
It
something?
was
It was a
the
thimble
prick
on
on
the
the
steering
spinning wheel, yeah.
Okay.
So while Brandon's asleep, we'll move on to your number 3.
So my number 3 is the man, the myth, the legend who ate 4 dozen eggs, Gaston. No, I'm sorry, he ate 5 dozen eggs.
Yes.
Now he does.
Steve, Gaston was your number 4, right? Or
No.
5?
No one said
Or
Gaston
Someone
yet.
said Gaston.
No one said
7.
Gaston yet.
No.
Or 8?
No.
9?
No.
11?
That was probably
We
the
didn't get that
Courageous
far.
Princesses.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gaston's a bad man. Honestly, like the kind of person he is, he's like that that bad bro type who's like always trying to get with women. He's sexist, he's possessive, and he sent an old man to the asylum.
Yeah.
Yes, very true.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, Belle's father.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, even on top of that fight scene with the Beast, he just tries to outright murder him.
Yeah. And he looked more like the Beast than
Yeah.
the Beast did, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he was the real monster.
That's why, as much as like I'm iffy on the live action movie, there is one line that they put in for LeFou in the live action because they made LeFou have a conscience in the live action.
Yes.
And
Which
then
I liked a lot.
Me too.
in the mob scene song, LeFou has a line that they put in specifically for the live action, and it says something like, "I'll follow you, whatever, but I wonder who the real Beast is
Yeah, yeah,
here."
yeah, yeah.
And like, dang, that hits home.
Yeah.
But anyways, you're number 3, Matt.
My number 3 is actually also Gaston, because, like Bill said, he's
No
very...
one's number 3 like Gaston.
He's very possessive, very, controlling of not even women, just people around him.
True.
And the thing is, he doesn't even have to try to be controlling. He's a likable person to the
Yeah.
townspeople.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do whatever he says. He rallied them up in a mob to kill the beast, but, not any Joe Schmo could get a town to kill a beast. He's big and scary, but Gaston did it. They do it for Gaston.
No one's slick as Joe Schmo. No one's great as Joe Schmo.
But,
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
He's very persuasive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yes.
scary part.
he's got the charisma to get people to do whatever he wants.
Yep.
He's a good leader. That's
Yeah.
the scary part of
Yeah.
it. People follow him because he knows what he's doing. And that's what makes him so bad. He knows how to get what he wants.
Yeah, you make some very good points, Matt. I'm kind of regretting not putting Gaston on my list, to be honest. But my number 2 is Judge Frollo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all saw it coming. He's downright evil. Steve made all the good points before. He has naughty thoughts about this one girl, but he ends up wanting to cause genocide for her kind. He keeps Quasimodo locked away in the tower and tells him that he's a freak, and that's pretty much emotional abuse right there. At
Yeah.
least Mother Gothel was kind to Rapunzel to convince
Yeah,
her to
true.
stay.
I was gonna
Frollo
say.
just straight up is like, nope, you're a freak, you stay here. But, so yeah, I think Frollo deserves my number 2 spot on the scariest villains.
Yeah.
He's also my number 2, just to throw that out there. Not in life, just on this list.
Number 2 main man.
Yeah,
So,
he's my number 2 guy.
I'm the number 1.
He would be my number 2, or he would be higher on my list. He would be number 2 if not for this this character. When I think of scary Disney villains, first guy that comes to mind,
Lightning McQueen.
and nope,
Oh my lord.
absolutely terrifying. No,
The wheels
I know-
on that man.
so many people will not have a single clue what I'm talking about. Jenny, feel free to put in the clapping emoji here. Horned King
Who?
from the Black Cauldron.
From what?
Oh!
Nobody likes this movie except me, apparently.
No, I
Anyway,
like the movie. I
no, I
didn't
like.
think that he would actually be on your list.
Horn King is terrifying.
I know
he is horrifying.
Again, I have different
So-
things that make things
Yeah.
terrifying.
So the thing about Horn King, what he does is, yes, terrifying. He wants, for those of you who've never seen the movie, the plot is the main boy. I forgot his name because I've seen the movie like a long time ago.
I'll let you know in just a second.
Thank you. It's some like dumb fantasy name. They all
Wait,
have
what
stupid
is
names.
this movie about? I've never heard of it.
It's so here's the thing. There's this mythical black cauldron that can like grant like wishes or something like that, right?
As all Black Cauldrons.
Yeah. And
Well-known fact.
the main boy has this pig who has a magical ability to see like whatever like the heart desires, right?
Ah, of course, yes.
So they never really explain how,
The
but
pig.
yeah. So the Horn King wants this pig so he can force the pig to show him the location of the Black Cauldron, so he can use it to basically rule over the world with an army of basically zombies.
Ah.
Quick stop. I'm about to screw this up. Taran, I think it was.
Tyrion? Is that it?
No. Like Taran.
Taran? I don't know.
Taran.
Something like that.
Something like
Wow.
They're all like
Tongue-tied.
anyway. Yeah. So his motives are already scary enough because he's like I want to like have it like an army of zombies to take over the world from me. But in addition to that, his personality is so like creepy because when he first encounters Taran, like he's not just like I'm going to kill you, boy. He's casually having a conversation with him. Just like, what are you doing here,
That's
boy?
by the way.
Yeah, I'm getting to
Yeah.
that. He's one of the few Disney villains who looks terrifying. Like,
Yeah.
he is a scary-looking guy.
He's like Skeletor, but not nice.
Yeah. I am not nice.
You want to know the scariest thing ever?
And his voice is really creepy. Like, if you hear Horn King's voice, like, he talks like this. And it's really intimidating and just scary. He gives me chills. Not many villains give me chills. I can gush about Horn King for hours, but surprisingly, he's not my number 1.
You want
I
to know
want to
the
know who your
scariest
number
thing
one
ever?
is.
What's that, Bill?
There's a scary skeleton living inside of us.
Oh, get it out!
You want to know something even scarier?
We need to live.
It's always dark inside of you.
But I'm scared of the dark.
If I close my eyes, it'll go, no, it's dark in there too!
All right, Brandon, who's your number 2?
Well, we went over it before, but we didn't go into detail, and this is what we were waiting for.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
My number 2
Oh, yes.
is Ursula.
Tell us why.
Now, my main thing is that, again, this is something that, again, you don't have to look scary to me, because I can look you dead in the face, I know you're scary, and the thing is, you don't scare me.
Right. It's the personality that's scary.
The reasoning and the personality and the things that you go through in order to do these things makes you scary to me. And the reason why Ursula is scary to me is literally because the second that she finds out that Ariel wants to get with Eric? Yeah, Eric. She plays on that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a person that literally looks at the feelings of people. Oh, you want to get the... As in the song, as in her song says, poor impression of souls. This girl wants to be thinner. This one wants to get the girl. Do I help them? Yes, indeed.
But
And when you think about it, it's like, at first it's like, oh, well, she's just helping them. And then you see what happens to them.
Yeah. There's always a catch, and
Yep.
she always comes out ahead.
Yeah.
The second that you're supposed to pay, it's like, well, we don't have it. Well, guess what? You become one of those shriveled things that literally are on the floor of her
They're
cave.
creepy too. Like
And I'm not
yeah.
even just talking about
They're
the
so
floor.
sad.
They're all around this, because every single one of them broke a deal with her. And it's not that they broke a deal. It's like they made a deal with her, and the payment was too much.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that is one of the main things,
They
is
couldn't
that she
deliver in
knew
time.
that the payment was too much.
she purposely made it that way.
Yeah.
And then with Ariel, because she knew that how humans are, that's another thing too. She knows how humans are. You will recognize people by their voice.
Yep.
She knew Eric recognized her from her voice and wanted to hear her sing again.
So she took it away.
So she took the voice
She
And
took
then
her only
used it.
chance away.
Yeah.
and used it for her own self.
That wasn't her only chance. She has her looks, her pretty face.
And
Don't forget to use
body
the
language.
body language.
You make some excellent points
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But yeah,
Ursula's-
that's why she scares me, because if I honestly had to make a deal with her to get what I wanted in life, oh my god.
Yeah.
that's terrifying.
Yep.
So, Bill, who's your number two?
My number two was Judge Frollo. I think I mentioned that earlier.
Right.
So I'm not going to repeat everything we said. In fact, I'll just copy and paste everything,
Okay.
so you hear it twice.
Please don't.
Matthew, what is your number two?
My number two is Scar, or in honor of my grandma, Scar. That's how she would
Did
say.
she say it like that?
Whenever I slept over her house, she would read me like a graphic novel of the Lion King,
Oh.
and she would always say his name like that. It was really funny. But yeah, pretty much like what Jenny said, he's one of the few Disney villains to get away with it, and he had the plan. It's not like he had to think of a plan B. His plan A worked.
Yeah.
It's not like he had a contingency plan. It just worked out. And years go by and the kingdom turns to ash and he doesn't care. He got what he wanted. He doesn't need to do anything else. He's not taking responsibility. He's just being the king and doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, he also tries to manipulate Sarabi into mating with him right before the big Simba fight.
Oh yeah.
Which,
And you know, in the original, it was way more messed up because it was Nala.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Nala.
Yeah.
But yeah, just Scar's motives and the fact that he's the one that does it, and he even in the end he wants more, but Sarabi won't give it to him.
Yeah.
It really just makes it that terrifying, and of course the fact that he's a lion
Yeah.
doesn't help.
Scar pushes Simba's dad off a cliff.
Yeah.
Yes, and then tells Simba it's
was
your fault.
fault.
You did this.
You made this.
You make this.
When I would like to put a case for the were they water buffalo?
Wildebeest.
They were wildebeest.
Yeah.
Close enough.
It was their fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, essentially.
Scar did nothing wrong.
Wait a minute.
That is not what we're saying.
Scar Scar did a lot of
Everything
things
wrong.
wrong, which puts him at number 2 on my
Yeah.
list.
So, Jenny.
That puts him at number 1 on my list.
Oh,
Same.
Scar by far is the scariest to me. First of all, like everyone said before, he's a lion, so right off the bat, scary. You know, my biggest thing that I always say is he got away with it.
Yep.
Like Matt said just now, that was his plan A. He didn't need a plan B. He's like, I'm gonna cause a stampede that, you know, kills Mufasa, and I'm gonna blame it on Simba. He's gonna run away, and I'm gonna be king. 20 minutes later, it worked out.
Yeah.
So, like, and then, as we discussed before, X amount of years goes by, and he's still king. He won. Simba's away, dead. Who cares? He doesn't care. All he cares is that he's the king. Doesn't even care that the kingdom's falling to pieces. You know, the lionesses, animals, and hyenas that he promised was gonna, you know, share in his fortune as king are all starving, and he just doesn't care. And then, even when people were challenging him, he told them to stand down because he's the king until Simba came back and claimed his rightful place. But
The king.
it was even Simba ran away for all those years thinking and had it convinced him that it's his fault still. Simba, you know, grew up with that guilt. It wasn't like Simba ran away because he was like, well, no one's gonna believe me that it, you know, wasn't my fault. Simba truly believed that
Yeah.
he killed his father.
Yeah.
The PTSD was so bad that he saw his dad.
Everywhere,
Yeah.
yeah.
yep.
You know, whether that's actually him looking down on him or his PTSD, you know, but
No,
as a
either
young
I never looked at
boy,
it that way.
Either
That's
way,
actually
yeah.
really cool.
as a young boy, he saw his dad got killed and then was told it's his fault.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
If I could add one more point, his laugh at the end of Be Prepared
Oh, yeah.
is so
Yeah.
brooding
Oh,
and really well done.
Yeah.
Be
Can
Prepared
you-
is just
can
a
you,
scary song.
Can you reenact his laugh, please?
No, I only did it really well once when I performed Be Prepared for Showcase, and
Try.
I'll never top it.
I probably could, but I don't want to right now.
Go ahead.
No,
No.
I don't like being put on the spot
No.
when being a voice actor.
I'll do it.
Do it.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's exactly what he sounds like.
Oh my gosh, is that Scar?
I can't see real.
So then, Steve, you have all these like very brooding
Yeah,
characters.
yeah.
What is your number 1?
My number 1 is Lady Tremaine. Let me explain why.
Interesting.
Lady Tremaine is like what you were talking about with the evil queen, like, you know, the evil stepmother thing. She already retreats Cinderella like absolute garbage, forcing her to do her bidding, doing whatever it was, and basically just denies Cinderella any chance of hope. Like completely, like if she wants like not even just like any chance of hope, any chance of freedom, any chance of happiness, she denies it.
Yeah.
She does not give Cinderella
So
cylinder.
Oh, here we go again.
She does not.
Cylinder.
She does not give Cinderella
Oh my goodness.
any chance of happiness.
No.
She makes her life a living hell. And that is scary enough, but this is why I think she's the most scary Disney villain. She could be real. There could be a person out there in this world just like her. That
Damn.
is
I
terrifying.
Never thought of it that
Damn.
way.
That is absolutely terrifying. That this, out of all the Disney villains, she's the one who could actually exist.
That is.
You're dropping some heavy
Yeah.
knowledge, boy.
Yeah.
That is. Wow.
Yeah. Like, that
shook.
that alone puts her at the top of my list.
I never thought of it that way. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Wow. All right, Brandon. Try to follow that up.
well, I kind of have a similar thing.
Okay.
My number 1 is Cruella de Vil.
Okay, that, yeah,
I
I
see
see,
where
what
you're
you're saying.
going,
I like
and
on the
I'm-
same.
Yeah, and the same thing is like she could be real, and the
Yeah.
thing is like she is real in many different forms of people, male and female.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see you
I
just.
see that. Who,
Who
like,
Not
abuse
even-
animals.
No,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
abuse animals, take their fur, make it into coats just for their own, just for themselves, not for other people, for themselves.
Yeah.
She's not
She wa-
even like selling it for.
No.
yeah,
money.
she just wants it.
She wants it, and then she wants to go ahead and take 101 little puppies.
Yeah.
Skin them.
Yeah.
Puppies are missing.
Bash them in the head.
That you both make
And then,
excellent points.
Yeah.
And then this is the worst part. I forgot what their names are.
Jeffrey.
No,
No.
I forgot what the woman's name is. But that's her boss.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
I always
yeah.
forget that, but you're right.
That is her boss.
Or is that is it Anita or is that the dog's name? I don't know if you forget.
You're thinking Perdita.
Yes.
Purdue.
I don't know.
I think the woman's name might be Anita though.
Yeah, that's what I was
You're
thinking.
That is her boss. So
Yeah.
you have your boss taking your own puppies out of your home so that way you can go ahead and make a fur coat because you like the design
Yeah.
It's so bad that Roger wrote a song.
Yeah.
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
for yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have a song about them.
Mm-hmm.
And like Gaston and everybody like that. But you never have a song sung about you that's not in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, the wording in that song, it's not, like, praising her or anything. It's essentially like the "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch" of Disney.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's literally, if she doesn't scare
Scare-
you,
nobody will. You're
Yeah.
To
right.
see her
You're
is to
absolutely
get a
right.
sudden chill.
You know, Brandon just dropped a straight up fact. We're all wrong. Let's go.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why she scares me the most. And the thing is, as I said, it's the fact that she is a lot of people in this world.
Yeah. And
She
same
she
argument for Lady
exists.
Tremaine.
Exactly. They exist
Yeah.
in male and female form.
All right, Bill. Who's your number one villain? Your scariest villain?
My scariest villain, for many reasons, many of which we've said already, is Scar again, from the indie movie The Lion King.
Were you about to say the little lion?
The indie. Oh my god.
The little known movie, this indie flick called The Lion King. Yeah, he's just a a bad person in general, and he banished Simba.
He's
Simba?
He's not a bad person, Bill. He's a bad,
Bad lion.
Well, you know.
Scar is offended. All right, Matt.
Matt, let's hear
All right,
yours.
my number one is Frollo, and I know he made. I think did he make everyone's
I
list?
think so.
Nope.
No, it wasn't.
Didn't make
Ryan's.
yours.
As I said,
And-
mine are just
Yeah.
people that are working.
Like Steve said, he's planning genocide. He wants to do very bad things to all but to one gypsy in particular. But there's one scene about Frollo. Oh, and keeping Quasimodo in the bell tower. That's pretty bad too. But there's one scene in this movie that speaks volumes to me about Frollo. I'm gonna do that again. But there's one scene in this movie, Hunchback of Notre Dame, that speaks volumes to me about Frollo more than any other scene in the movie. It's where they go to this cottage in the town,
Oh my god, I
Yep.
forgot about this
and
scene.
he says, "Hey, this gypsy girl, you know where she is?" And they say, "No, we genuinely don't know where she is." All right, thanks. Closes the door and tells Phoebus, "Burn the house down."
Yeah.
Oh my
You're
God.
right.
My
You're-
goodness.
They're disposable.
I forgot all about that.
They are innocent
Hellfire.
French civilians, and he's going to kill them
Yeah.
because they can't help him. They're
Yeah.
useless to him. They die,
Yeah.
That's pretty
and
bad.
it almost succeeded until Phoebus,
Had a conscience.
Yeah.
Phoebus had a conscience and saved the family. But then Frollo came back and
But can
tried
you
to kill
honestly
Phoebus.
blame-
Yeah.
Can you honestly blame him? He's also a man. He's also like a man that believes in God. He thinks that Frollo is doing the right thing.
Yeah, but once he realizes that he's not, he's like,
Of
I
course.
should help these people.
Right.
But
Phoebus did nothing wrong.
It's
But-
just a person blindly following his faith and then him realizing that the person who is actually in control of it is not really the person that we actually should be following.
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene alone puts Frollo above all other villains to
Yeah,
me. If
that's a good
if
one.
you're an innocent civilian, but you can't help me, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
good points. Well, we all made some great points on our scariest villains. We got some unexpected ones. Certainly a few I wasn't expecting. So I think that about does it for this episode. And we'll see you next week for another episode.
Yes.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Take care.
See you real soon.
Aus Wiedersehen.
It's like the
That's not even,
Sweeter
that's not even how you say it.
it's
How
like
do
the
you
end
say
of
it?
it.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
That's how I learned it on Rosetta Stone.
Oh my
Oh, that's
lord.
wrong.
It's like
I need
the
to
ending
charge
of
my
It's a
phone.